just want to cover up something really quick before we get into the modifications I've made since I've got my Xiaomi M365 Pro. This applies for any Xiaomi model that you have, whether it be the Essential or the Pro 2, it doesn't matter. You can do all these modifications, no problem at all. A lot of people have been asking me, what type of battery do I have in my Wildman bag? Well, it's not a battery. I'm going to be showing you exactly what I have in my Wildman bag. It's not an external battery. I haven't put in a battery in this or reinforced the controller yet. I don't know if I have plans on doing it in the future. We may see what will happen down the line. Now, a lot of you would probably be saying, what is this? I done a video on this. This is the X-Lock. The reason why I put this on is because I felt like the stem wasn't exactly strong enough on these, and it's absolutely brilliant. It has held everything in place and I haven't had a problem at all with this. It reinforces everything. You don't have the creaking in it anymore. I done a video on the creaking, by the way. If you have the creaking, you need to address that first before you get one of these X-Locks. By the way, anything in this video I've mentioned is going to be linked in the description if you want to have a look at the current prices. But let's keep going with the video. As you can see here, the X-Lock is pretty easy to fit, by the way, so do have a look at that video if you're curious, if you want to strengthen this whole area on your Xiaomi. In this land of broken hopes and dreams. Another thing that I actually ended up fitting was the extender. The reason why I fitted this extender is so that a lot of people have been asking, can you still fold the scooter when you have this X-Lock? You can. You just need to fit the extender. It folds as normal and it catches into the back of the mudguard like always. So it's definitely a worthwhile investment if you want that add a bit of security, add a bit of peace of mind. It's not cheap, but it has done the job for me and I've had no issues at all. Dead easy to fit, definitely worthwhile the investment. So I've put the X-Lock on, the extender to fold it. Now, before I get on to any other part, this part here is called the FS adapter. I have put the suspension on already. As you can see, I've done the installation video on that. That was quite easy to fit, takes a couple hours. It has made a massive difference. I mean a huge difference on this scooter. I'm not a young guy really anymore, and going over bumps, going over small bumps, obviously if you're going over big massive bumps, it's, you know, you're gonna feel it. On soft bumps, if you're going over ramps on an uneven ground, it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, okay, it's not cheap, but if you plan on having your scooter for a while, I would highly recommend getting one of these. I'm dead serious, absolutely brilliant. But when you get the suspension, there is a fault with this suspension in my opinion. I'm gonna tell you what that fault is, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how I addressed that fault. When you put the suspension on, is that you don't get this FS adapter. Because you don't get this FS adapter with the version 2 kit. Now there is a new version 3 kit that came out with the suspension and you get the adapter with it, but if you happen to have the version 2, you wouldn't have gotten this with it. And when you don't get this with it, the mudguard tends to kind of shift back and forth and you have to keep on centering it, which I found an absolute pain. So I ended up getting the FS adapter and fitting that. I done the installation video on that as well, and since then it's rock solid and it hasn't moved. It's quite cheap, quite easy to fit. Just take your time and you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so if you live in a country like I live in Ireland and it's dark here a lot of the time and we don't get a lot of sun, so that means we need lights. Now of course the light on the Xiaomi, it's okay. I fitted an external light, this one here. It's very cheap. You simply just press the button here, you have your light shining there on the ground, you can tilt it back and forth. By the way, I only got this extension bar because I obviously added a few more accessories, and then you can just press the button and it can flash. It can, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. Fast to charge, good battery. Again, a definitely worthwhile worthwhile investment just for safety, out of peace of mind. I'm going to be covering this whole area now, by the way, so let's keep going. This here is the horn. Now, as we all know, this bell isn't the best, so I ended up getting this horn dead cheap. You simply hold on the middle button. Now we're going to press it now. You have your trigger here. As you can see, you can change the sounds. Thank God there's nobody around me. Put the volume up and down and stuff like that. Really easy to attach. Now, you might be saying, what is this? I done the video on this just a while back. This is off my Livall smart helmet. It's an addition because I thought it was for added safety, so you can, people see you're indicating when they're behind you in cars and stuff like that. That's it. That's definitely a worthwhile investment. You need one of these. I see so many people don't have one of these on their scooter and they end up getting water damage on their scooter, and it can cost an absolute fortune. So please do get one of these. Cheap. Put tie wraps around it, because the adhesive you get with it, the adhesive is no good that you get with it, so just use the tie wrap. Dead easy to fit. Absolute brilliant investment. Now, on my Pro 1, I had to fit the back bracket. On the newer models, it's already put by the factory, so if you happen to have the older model like me, do get this bracket. Again, installation video done on that, and it's used to support the bracket, stop it from wobbling. I see so many scooters again that do not have this bracket. This is going to snap off eventually. They generally snap off around here, and then, well, you have to buy this and you'll end up having to buy that, so please do get that. I haven't fit the X-Tech brake kit yet. I'm currently happy with this one, but I do have it and I will be fitting it at some stage. I changed the stickers on mine. They were the standard orange, so I didn't really like them. I thought it didn't really suit the scooter, so I ended up getting the silver ones there. Yeah, I think they, you know, tell me what you think. Do you like them? Do they look pretty cool? The bumpers here, this is to protect the leg. If you have wooden floors at home or tiles, this helps prevent it from scratching, because it is a bit harsh on floor. And again, we have the bumper here going all the way around the scooter, because they don't look the best when they start to get scuffed. I done a poll recently on the YouTube channel about people that haven't flashed their scooter yet. Some people said they're worried about flashing, some people said they have flashed it, and listen, it's entirely up to you. But if you want more speed, if you want more torque from your Xiaomi, it is worth it. I done it a while ago, and it would have to be one of the best modifications I've done to this scooter. If you just got your scooter for Christmas and you're getting around the usual top speed of 25, 26 kilometers per hour on sport mode, if you want more speed, definitely join the Facebook group that I have linked below, and there's people there that are going to help you, assist you. Once you get the right firmware, once you get the right recommendation, you can hands down make your speed fast. You can get around 32 kilometers per hour. That's roughly what I get. Stock battery, stock controller, and as always, just be careful. Don't be acting, you know, foolish. Respect the road, respect people, respect pedestrians, because that's what it's all about. It's an absolute brilliant starter scooter. If you're just looking to get into things, I'm going to be reviewing more scooters hopefully in this year and going forward in the near future. But it's, you know, I've had no issues with my scooter at all. I try to avoid it in the rain. The ground's a bit wet now, but I'm going to go home and dry it, and hopefully I won't have any other issues. But I love it, it's absolutely fantastic. Going up hills as well with the custom firmware has made a massive difference. As you can see, there's a red light here, and if you act a maggot, if you go through a red light, you're going to get pulled by the guard. So please just respect the red lights, don't go through them, because you see so many people on scooters going through them, so many people on bikes going through them, and that's just going to make things more difficult if they're not legal in your country yet. So just do respect the road, respect the red lights, and so on. Subscribe, by the way, if you're enjoying this video. But at the end of the day, if you look after your Xiaomi, it will look after you. You're going to have it for a long time to come. I have mine almost 1 year now, and I've used it on really long commutes, like 17-kilometer commutes, and I've done the testing on them as well, and it's been absolutely, it hasn't let me down once. Going up hills, the hill test video that I done, you know, it made a massive difference putting the custom firmware on this. And a lot of people say, oh, a Xiaomi, oh, you just have a Xiaomi. No, you can modify the Xiaomi so much, just like what I have done. I'm going over a few bumps here. Now the suspension, it makes a massive difference going over small bumps like this on the cycle track. It softens the blow and it makes the ride that much more enjoyable. It's taking a lot of pressure off the stem. It's, you know, it have to be one of the best modifications I've ever made. Now, what do I have in this bag? I've been asked so many times, Glenn, what type of external battery do you have? What type of speeds are you getting? I'm going to open the bag now and I'm going to show you what I have. It's something that I think that every person that has a scooter should have or has an e-bike. I'm going to get to this now in a second. You're probably wondering what this is. I'm going to get to that now in 2 seconds. So let's open the bag here. This is the Wildman 3-litre bag. You just simply has the Velcro on the back here. Pretty easy to fit and it's not in the way either. The 2-litre bag I think is okay if you plan on putting the 2-litre on the handlebar area, but I personally wouldn't be doing that. So I have my fibre cloth. I use this if the scooter happens to get wet. We need to keep it clean. We have the adapter here for the charger. In here we have my charger, we have the slime in case we get a minor puncture, in case you need to get home. We have the Xiaomi pump in this bag here, along with the extender plus the anti-air loss device. Done videos on every single one of these. You should get these, they're so flipping cheap. Pump is good. I have around the usual 50 to 55 psi in the front wheels. Haven't had a puncture yet. Fingers crossed it'll stay that way for a while. Let's just have a quick look here. These are the tools. I have the Allen keys in here just in case I need to change. I also have a spare lock. This part here that you're looking at goes in the middle of here. I don't think I'll have any issues, but I happen to just carry one in anyway. So it's pretty easy. You just fold it back, pop everything in there, pop the adapter in there, pop the cloth in there, and then simply just zip it up and you are good to go. So let's cover what you've probably been wondering. I've got asked a question about this already. I'm going to address it right now. This is the Manfrotto Clamp. This is the Insta360 stick. The videos that I've been doing lately are by the 360 degree Insta360 1R camera. The clamp holds this in place. You pop the camera on here, put it wherever you want. Everything is linked below. It's not one of the cheapest things to get, but if you do plan on recording yourself, getting some cool shots, learning some new things, just like I am, you know, it's definitely worthwhile investment to have a little bit of fun and always stay safe on your scooter. So listen guys, give this video a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you want to see more Xiaomi videos. There's no doubt in my mind that Xiaomi are gonna bring out more cooler scooters that have more spec. I'm really looking forward to see what they bring out in the near future. Maybe something with dual suspension, a bit more speed. That would be pretty awesome. Cheers guys, take it easy and I'll talk to you in the next video.
I Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check spin like a cyclone.